The genius.
Hello. Hi, everybody. It's Agnes, and I am here for a very special little series, and it's called the Honey Mustard Nuggets. Marvin's Honey Nugget Mustard. We're doing it today, Marvin. Hello, welcome.
What's going on? I appreciate you having me back. 2 organic nuggets.
2 organic nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh, we have got some good stuff for the viewers today because we had such a great conversation in our last session, and we were talking about nuggets and we were talking about honey mustard and chicken and all this stuff. We thought we would do this because you had so many good points that I actually wrote down some stuff, and I thought we'd go through them systematically, go through them one by one, because there was so much good little bits and pieces in there. Now, the first topic we're going to talk about is the subject of getting versus giving. So, in the light of you doing 2 interviews with me and a lot of people contacting you, what do you think about that subject?
Oh man, what do I think about this subject? I think it's 99% trying to get versus 1% giving. I think that's one of the big things I noticed.
Okay.
It's
When you say giving and getting, do you mean verbally, energy, physically? In what way?
I want to say more so energetically.
Okay.
But I think also in other areas, it's also, what can I get versus what can I give?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's in all areas, not just, energetically, but I think energetically is what's most important, what's prevalent, and what keeps people from getting what they really want.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It is. I
And
agree. It's an energy.
yeah, absolutely. I think that's the majority of it. Like if I say 99%, I believe it's majority of that 99% is trying to get versus you actually giving. And something that I thought about too, and I don't know if a lot of people have thought about this, is I want all the viewers to look at your life, okay? And I want you to think about where else in your life and what other areas in your life are you trying to get?
Mm.
Have you always been a person that is a getter? Are you always trying to get stuff for free from work? Are you always trying to get, whoever, a friend or a parent to do this, to do that for you? Are you, I want everybody to evaluate, because when you really are honest with yourself and look in the mirror, you may notice habits about yourself and say, wow, I never realized that I'm always actually trying to get from everyone in my life, not just from my SP. I'm actually trying to get from whoever it is I come across, and I don't know if people really evaluate that or if they think about that. But if you're always a getter, then most likely in other areas of your life, you're probably trying to suck from this. You're trying to suck free supplies from work, free food from work. You're trying to get, free everything, a free car ride or free gas money or free whatever. You're just trying to get. And to me, I believe the most fundamental of receiving is to give first.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the basic foundation of, I just think giving is like one of the most natural laws that there is. I don't think you can receive unless you really give. And I believe that that's why some of the most wealthiest people in the world, whether you hate them or not, people probably hate Donald Trump, people probably hate whatever politicians or whatever famous people. But I believe a lot of these guys have a lot of money is because they give away a lot of money too. They do give away a tremendous amount of money, and giving, period, is energy. So when you give, it's going to come back to you somehow, some way. Not up for you to determine, not up for you to know or worry about when it's going to come back, when you're going to receive that gift. But just know that whenever you give, it's going to come back to you in some form. And there is a predominant figure in this country, a pastor by the name of Joyce Meyer. And I remember watching one of her sermons, and she talked about it. And I think I told you that before. And she said that. She was like, yo, whatever you want, if you're in need of something, give it away. If you're in need of love, give love away. If you're in need of clothes, get rid of your old clothes in your closet that you don't wear and make room for your new clothes. You know what I mean? If you're in need of money, give money away. You know what I'm saying? Just give whatever you have away. It's going to come back to you, but you got to understand laws to know that. You got to have faith to know that giving actually means receiving. You know what I mean? So just work backwards. If you want to receive something, don't try to get. Just you got to give first. And I think that's so. Yeah, I would challenge all the viewers to look in all the areas of your life and say, am I trying to get over here? Am I trying to get over here? Because chances are, if you are, that's why you're trying to get from your SP so much. Yeah. That's why your SP is leaving you the hell alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that, because I find, when people are reaching out to me via email for help, there's two types of people. There's the people that ask and say, look, would you be able to help me? And, and they write a little bit and they say, look, I look forward to you getting back to me when you can. And then there's other people that say, you have to help me now. Here's my phone number. Can you ring me? And it's this demanding style of, so it's like, one of them really attracts me to help and the other one really repels me. And that's just with me towards somebody that I don't even know. That's the effect it has. So if you are in a relationship, and by relationship, I mean family relationship, friend relationship, love relationship, SP relationship, X relationship,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Actually, Marvin, I got to tell you a little story, just talking about this giving thing. Cool. Firstly, I want to mention Catherine Ponder wrote a really good book called Open Your Mind to Receive.
I got to read that.
Excellent. It's a very thin book, like the Neville books, very thin. And it's really, really about the subject we're talking about. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing, the other day I was thinking, it's very rare that I don't feel like cooking, but on this particular night I thought, let me order some. I had Thai in my head. I thought I want Thai food, really good Thai food.
Right.
So I ordered it, and then the guy delivered it. And before he came to the door, I thought, let me see if I've got, it's tipping in England isn't a big thing like it is in the US.
Oh, okay.
But I thought I wanted, the delivery guys I know don't make much money. So I thought I'm going to give him something. So I opened up my wallet and I had no coins at all. All I had was £5.
Right.
Now, £5 is like, I don't know, $8 US or something. And my first thought was, I don't want to give him that much.
Right.
Then the second thought popped in and went, why not? That's all you've got in your wallet. Give it to him. So I thought, isn't that interesting? The old and the new. So I took out the bill, and he knocked on the door. He gave me the food, and he walks off, because in England they don't wait for a tip. They just go. I said, excuse me, because he was already gone. I said, come back. I said, here, this is for you. And he looked at me like he'd just been given $1 million, and he went, thanks. And I went, well, no, thank you. I said, it's raining. I didn't feel like going out for food. Thanks for bringing it.
Right.
Now, forgot all about that. The next day, I was thinking, I wanted to go up to this it's this like huge, big supermarket, but it's all organic food. Anyway, I was thinking, I'll go. It kept delaying. And something was telling me not to go. So I didn't go. I went the next day. The day I arrived there, I didn't notice anything different. I get to the checkout, and the woman goes, did you get the coupon? I said, for what? She said, we had to close yesterday because our whole computer system fell down. And it inconvenienced a lot of people. So to say sorry to the customers, we're giving them It was like
that's so awesome.
$20 off, like 20 US dollars.
Right.
It was 15 pounds off your shopping, and you get a free coffee voucher, and you get a free smoothie voucher, and it was like I got like about like $40 worth of stuff.
No way.
And I thought, isn't that interesting? Because as soon as you release money and stop going into your stingy self,
absolutely. Stingy.
Not only does it come back, but it comes back fairly quickly.
Super quick.
Now that applies to love and to money. And that was just a quick example. Not only that, the same week I had this, the same week of the giving the guy the tip for the money. It was like this whole domino effect. I had an accountant, and something didn't feel right. So after 10 years of being with this person, I pulled my accountancy stuff off this woman.
Okay.
And I asked a good girlfriend of mine, who should I go to? You do the same kind of stuff as me. You work remotely. She said, go to this guy. After less than a week, he saved me $13,000.
Wow.
Now,
unbelievable.
So what I'm saying is that £5 or 8 or 10 US dollar tip
turned into over 15,000.
Yes.
That's, oh my God, that is so incredible.
That's why I'm telling this story, because it was like, I was just going, I could have stayed in my little, no, you don't want to give that much. No, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Right.
It's not a huge amount.
It's not.
But give it.
Yeah. And they probably need it way more than you need it.
Exactly. And I thought it was this interesting fork in the road, because those forks in the road, do this, no, do that. New way, do the new way, do the new way. Be more generous, be more giving, be more. You have the choice to be stingy or giving at every moment. And that was such an amazing, I mean, I remember going, holy heck.
Yeah.
You know, like within 48 hours, all this happened.
That is unbelievable.
I know.
Quick?
That was that quick.
God.
And I was like, wow. But yeah, when you actually go back and you put the thread together, because I wasn't thinking about anything, I'd let that go. Like, I was on to the next day. I wasn't thinking about what happened the takeaway guy.
Right.
But it all weaves together. It all weaves together. And
always
love
does.
Is the same. Love is the same.
Absolutely. Always does. And I think a lot of people have a problem with even receiving. You know what I mean? I think some people have a problem with receiving. Like even with my SP, you know, I was told by her, you know, don't be thrown back by how I act towards you, because I don't know how to act, because, you know, I'm not used to being treated the right way. And that's foreign to a lot of people. You know what I mean? So even receiving is very difficult for people to grasp. You know, whether it's love, some people really don't know how to receive love.
That's
you know what I mean? Some people, when it comes to receiving money, they get nervous, you know, their hands get sweaty, they feel like they don't deserve it, and they're repelling their blessings actually by not receiving. Because when you don't receive something that's good, that's basically like you're saying to the universe or source or God, whatever you want to call it, no, I don't want your blessings. I don't want them. I'm too good. I don't want your blessings, what you're trying to provide me with. That's basically what a person is saying when they say no to something. So I encourage everybody to obviously be good at receiving, get better at receiving. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people don't know how to receive either. I mean, I understand we're talking about getting versus giving, but a lot of people, they don't know how to receive. That's a lost art too.
It is. And if you can't receive, you're actually repelling the goodness coming in, because you've just gone, you know, this big brick wall to it. It's I agree. It's, you got to learn to give more, and you got to be gracious with your receiving more. I think
exactly. And your heart was in the right place. And that's another thing that I don't think a lot of viewers understand and get with this whole manifesting an SP back is, I really truly believe a lot of their hearts aren't in the right place. They think that they're doing it to get, you know, self-love, but they're really not. They're only doing it to get their SP to come back. And then when their SP comes back, they lose their SP again.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because they were doing it for the wrong reasons. And
yeah.
I again, this goes back to our interview. Stop trying to be slick.
Yeah.
The universe knows
yeah.
What your intentions are.
Yep.
It knows if you're doing self-love to really try to get, or it knows if you're doing self-love to really try to give.
Yeah.
You know, it know, like you can't fake it out. You can't,
no.
You know what I mean? But so many people, they try that, and I'm like, yo, listen, like you're lying to yourself. You're not lying to the universe. The universe knows the truth all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just lying to yourself. You're making your own situation worse. So
yeah.
I think that's I think I want, from your story, I want people to really understand and get that you did it from a place of love. And you really wanted to do that, and you cut off your old way of thinking and said, no, you know what, I'm going to do this, and then look what you got in return. And I think this is a perfect example. This is how, I just feel like this is how pretty much everything in life works, whether it's money, whether it's a specific person, you know, whether it's a job. That's the beauty in your story you just told me. Like, that's what I see, and I want everybody to understand and get is she did that. Agnes did this from a place of love. You know, it wasn't from a place of, oh, I'm trying to get. Yeah. You know, she did it for the right reasons. And I don't think a lot of the viewers, I don't think they're really practicing self-love and everything that you teach so well on your channel. I don't think they're really doing it for the right reasons.
Okay.
You know, and I really want them to understand that and get that from the story you just told. So that was key. That was amazing. Oh man.
Yeah, look, it was an interesting thing, because it's like you think you get away, because in that moment, like, my partner was in the house.
Right.
I had that thought of, oh, let me just ask him if he's got some change. And I went, no.
Right.
It was just a thought in my head. And I remember thinking, see, no one sees any of this but you in that moment.
Exactly.
The old way or the new way, the stingy way or the abundant way. Absolutely. The fork in your consciousness. Absolutely. Which way am I going to go? And I thought it was such a great example to me, because I used to be stingy because I never had enough.
Right. I think we all were like that at one point.
Yeah.
A lot of us.
Yeah. We just know that stingy, but it's stinginess that creates the not enoughness, not the not enoughness that creates the stinginess. Yeah. It's like you look back at your old self and you go, I get why I struggled so badly, why I had debt, and the thing is, Marvin, I'm seeing more and more people that have issues with money often have issues with love, because underneath it's about getting under both subjects.
That's deep. That's super deep.
Yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, when you look at all these successful, like, I mean, for instance, look at Oprah.
Yeah.
All Oprah does is give.
I know.
Like, she literally, for years on her show, you know, she would just give away cars to the whole audience. The audience would get like free cars and stuff. I'm like, yo, I want to be an audience member. Let me hop on a plane and fly to Chicago so I can sit in the audience and receive a free car or a free house or a free, like, and then now you got Ellen DeGeneres who does the same thing.
Yeah.
And I love her as well. And both of those ladies, they just always give. So I really want people to understand, you know, in attracting your SP back, it's like, yo, stop trying to get. Stop trying to get and start giving. It will come back to you quick, and it will come back to you in ways you can't even fathom. Yeah. You know, and I realize too, that's another thing. A lot of people, I realize, they have some people, they're just so used to being in control, and they worry so much about the how.
Yes.
And it's like, yo, stop worrying about the how, please. Yeah. Just stop worrying about, like, the universe knows things you will never know.
Yeah.
It knows ways you will never, ever know. You know, and people always try to play God, and they try to control everything. And I try to tell people, listen, you're gonna screw up your chances. You're gonna screw up whatever it is you want by giving that resistance and not letting it come to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just, you know, take a step back, stop trying to get. Yeah. And focus on, like I said, all areas of your life. Of how can I give? Am I a getter? Have I always been a getter? Or am I only a getter when it comes to my relationships?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, some people are 50-50. Some people are 90-10.
Yep.
I mean, some people only look to get from their relationship. Yeah. But outside of their relationship, they're extremely, generous. They give their money away, they give whatever. But so I mean,
and Marvin, some people are extremely good at giving, but they're not great at receiving, like we were just talking about. So you can be combinations of these things.
Exactly. Exactly.
And like actually, I got to tell you another little story I just remembered.
Yes, please do. Please.
This is a mind-bending one of letting go of the how.
Okay.
Years ago, I'd written this little book, and I'd been off on some spiritual quest. I'd gone to India. I'd written.
Oh wow.
Stuff, and
like meditating and stuff.
Yeah, I was meditating like a big hippie out in, thinking that I knew what I was doing at that time. Anyway, so I was staying in this ashram, and it was very basic, and you had to sit cross-legged all day, not talking, which was fine, but it was stinking hot, and I was getting cramps in my legs after hours. Now, this guy had stayed in this little apartment block, and he had gone back to, I think he was from England, I think, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And he had this little fold out chair. It was one of those chairs that have got no legs, but it's just a back and a seat, and it only sits that far off the ground. So he used it while he was at the ashram, and then he'd left it at the entry of this little hotel-y thing, and he'd said, if anybody wants to use this, I've gone, feel free to use it. I thought, unreal, I'm going to use it. After I was trying to be cool for the first 2 weeks. After that, I stopped being cool, and I took the chair.
Right.
So on the back, there was this little sticker, and it said Charles Winston III, and it had a little address, because in those days there was no internet, email, and any of that. This was like 1990 something. I can't remember.
Okay.
So I thought, you know what? Love this guy for leaving this behind. When I get back to Australia, I'm going to write him a letter. So I wrote him a paper letter. Hey, I stayed in your little tiny hotel. After 2 weeks, I stopped trying to be cool, and I used your chair. I just wanted to say thanks very much. It was amazing. So he writes me back, and he says, wow. He says, thank you for writing that. And he said, I really appreciate your letter. And, why did you go to India? What was going on? And how did you find it? So he sent me this letter. So I replied again, and I said, look, I went to India because I was, trying to find God outside of me at that point.
Right.
And I said, I think I found the God within and got more connected with that. And I said, and I've written this book, and, I was praying and meditating about, how to publish it, and, how I'm going to fund it and all this stuff. Anyway, he sends me a check in the mail to publish my book.
Are you serious?
No word of a lie.
Oh.
Now, I still don't understand now.
Wow.
How did I bank a check from another country in Australia? I don't remember how I did any of that. I must have worked it out enough. But he paid for a portion of my book publishing. Total stranger, never met the guy. So when you're talking about letting go of the how.
Oh man. I can't even talk right now. I can't. I don't have words. I don't know what to say.
I was just trying to give this guy a bit of gratitude for his chair. I wasn't thinking about my book. I wasn't thinking about publishing. I was just saying, thank you. He gave to me. He didn't even know who I was, a total stranger.
Right.
And I wanted to give him gratitude and appreciation via spending 15 minutes writing him a letter. So when you say let go of the how, this is why you let go of the how. Because you never know how mind-bending the unexpected channels can be.
That's so beautiful.
I know.
My God.
Yeah, that's that. I think I wrote that story in one of the books. It's called The Chair and the Check.
I like that. That's a good title, The Chair and the Check. That's dope. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, bringing up let go of how and when, it is just because you cannot even, I mean, I could never have conceived that.
Right. Exactly.
No way.
Exactly. And most times, like, people, you'll never know how, because people are only focused on their SP. You never know how your SP is going to be manifested. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I didn't know. I just knew
No.
it was going to happen. I didn't
Yeah.
know when. I didn't know
No.
it was going to take 5 years.
Nope.
It could have took 3. Could have took 2.
Yep.
It could have happened a different way than and how it did happen.
Yeah.
But like you said, that story is just, oh man,
I know.
that isn't. When I hear stories like that, that's like, those types of stories are what, like, I'm so off of SPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on the SP wave. Like, I'm on the money wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm on the money wave, like getting the money and that sort of wave. Like, I'm not worried about manifesting SPs and all that type of stuff. Like, I'm more so. So when you tell that story about receiving
Mm,
that type of stuff, that type of stuff just ignites a fire.
I
It's just so
know.
beautiful. It's so beautiful.
It's so, so, so brilliant. And every time I remember that story, when it's relevant, I just think that was such a incredible expression
Yes.
of unexpected channels that the universe,
Yes.
God, source, whatever word you want to use, works through when you just live with a giving spirit. I mean, that guy gave to, and I left the chair after. I mean, the fact that I still remember that guy's name, Charles Winston III, because he had one of those little address stickers that he'd actually had printed, and I remember thinking, how bizarre that he put that on the back of the chair.
Right.
And I was laughing because he was Winston III. He was obviously, fairly important.
I was gonna say, he sounds important as hell. That kind of name, Charles Winston III. He sounds like he's prominent.
I know.
That's a nice ass name.
I know. I mean, one of those amazing.
Oh man.
I was astounded. I was like, my mouth was open for like weeks. I was just like, what?
Yeah. That's how I am right now. I'm just like, you telling me that story, I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, that is amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
so yes, getting back to our getting versus giving.
Yeah.
In that instance, I gave gratitude.
Absolutely.
Didn't cost me anything except for a bit of my time. And that's the thing. Gratitude breeds more things coming in. Not that I wasn't thinking give the gratitude so you can get money from somewhere. You're not thinking that. You're just thinking,
no intention.
Give the gratitude and spend the time. That guy helped you enormously. He saved me having intense cramps in my legs for that time I was there.
Yeah.
I was seriously grateful with no effort,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's powerful, man. But I mean, like you said, though, it's like, that's a perfect example of, listen, Agnes gave, she gave with gratitude, and she got, she gave and she got. That's the model. Like, you give and you get, you give and you get. It's not you get, and then you get, and then you get, and then you try to get some more, and you try to get some more. It doesn't work that way, know. And I see people all the time subconsciously trying to get.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or consciously trying to get.
Or
maybe
consciously.
Maybe they are aware. Maybe they're not aware. Like people doing things like posting stuff on social media in their story.
Yeah.
Or posting stuff on social media so their SP will see it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, all of these things have malicious intent behind it.
Yes.
It's not loving. If I'm posting something on social media because I want to get a reaction out of my SP, that's getting.
Yeah.
You're still trying to get. And
it's quite selfish when you look at it. It's coming from a selfish place, not from a open, loving, hey, I just had a great moment, I want to share it place. It's different. It's different.
The energy is different. And that's going to end up doing way more damage than good. You know what I'm saying? Your SP is going to see that, get mad potentially. Then they're going to try to play the game with you. They're going to say, okay, you want to post this? Watch what I post.
Yes.
You know and then it turns into this back and forth match of who can piss who off. Can you make me more upset than I make you? And it's like, listen, just be the adult.
Yeah.
Be the adult. You don't want to change your behavior of trying to get, anything like that. You want to get rid of any of that trying to get,
Yeah.
And you also want to keep your friends out of the mix too.
Yeah.
Because when you start using other people to try to get, that's also even worse, because now you're using 2 or 3 or 4 different energies. You're trying to get all of your friends to go talk to this person, your SP for you, or you want your parent or whoever to go talk to your SP for you because you're still trying to connect. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things are happening. You know, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Going to this person, and you're dragging in parties that have nothing to do with your situation because you're still trying to get, not understanding like, yo, if you only give,
yes,
you would get everything you want.
Exactly. And the thing is, you get to the point anyway, Marvin, that when you give, there's so much joy in the giving.
Yes.
That you don't honestly care about the pure joy of giving to someone
Yes.
who needs it, or giving somebody something that gives them relief.
Yes.
Feels even way better than anything you receive anyway.
It really does. Like, there's been times to where when I may have given somebody something and you can tell like it just changed their whole day, or it changed their whole year. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. And like you said, there's no amount of money or anything in the world that can substitute that feeling of gratitude that you, like you just said, like when you do that, it feels amazing. It feels so good. And you're just like, wow, I really just helped the person. I really just changed somebody's life, or whatever the case may be.
It's true.
Oh, you're absolutely right about that. I agree on all levels.
You know, when I tithed to that guy, they gave him that, the guy with the Thai takeaway.
Right.
The feeling I had when I saw the joy on his face was way
priceless.
Yeah. And you know what? I forgot this. Today I went in to buy some blueberries.
Okay.
And I saw him in the shop, and I thought he wouldn't remember me, but I saw him today and I thought, oh, there's that guy.
Right.
And I thought, thanks for showing me him again, because
exactly.
I got to relive a really good moment seeing him today.
Right.
That was a moment where he felt appreciated. That's what it was.
Right. And what you just said was, and I know I talked to some people and they have a problem with like, oh, well, how do I bless my SP, or how do I do that? How do I just send them unconditional love and stuff? And it's exactly what you just said. You seen that guy, and you said, and you just had the memory, and you said to the universe, you said, thank you for showing me him again, because he gave you such a great memory, and you remember him. Yeah, exactly. And that's how you do the same thing with your SP. You know what I mean? You send them unconditional love or blessings or whatever the case. That's how you do it. You just, it's just a thought in your head, in your heart. You know, and you just send out that, you know, God, like Florence Scovel Shinn said in the book, God bless the cat.
God bless the cat.
Think about the cat. You know, she at first she was having like all these resentful thoughts and all of this type of stuff about her person. But then, you know, after talking to Florence, like she changed her tune and she goes, you know what? She thought about him one day and she said, you know what? God bless the cat.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
a beautiful story. Actually, I think I've read that story. I'll put the link down below. It's such a beautiful story of going from getting to giving.
Yes, absolutely. And if I remember correctly, the cat came back.
He did.
He came back, right? And so that's a perfect example. Just like you said, you seen that guy, and you just the simple, wow, thank you for letting me see him again. Like that's all.
He gave to me twice. He gave to me twice.
Right.
Day one and today, I got to relive that good memory by seeing him in town. And I thought, he has no idea what he gave me, that guy.
Right. He has no idea. He doesn't know you got over 15 grand back.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah, and the joy of seeing that moment that he had, and also the incredible experience I had up the shop the day I went. After I trusted my intuition not to go that day, I went the next day. Like, it just created all this incredible moments that just clicked in 48 hours. And I think, you know, if you trust that fork in the road, it takes you to Emerald City.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's exactly where it takes you. You're not lying.
Takes you to Emerald City.
That's
Yeah.
so yeah, that story is crazy. That's
Yeah.
I didn't know. See, what got me was I didn't know that the coupon thing in itself was amazing. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you got the coupons,
I
but
know. And
the
we don't
icing
even
on the
do coupons in England. I mean, in the US, you guys do a lot of coupons,
yeah, we
but
do a lot of coupons.
England's not a coupon place. They don't, like Australia, it's not a coupon thing. So when the girl said to me, "Did you get a coupon?" I'd walk past the person giving the coupons out in the street. I
Right.
saw someone giving stuff and I just kind of walked around. I don't need to be given coupon, or I didn't know what she was giving. So I just walked in.
Right.
But the lady at the counter said, "Did you get the coupon?" No, I didn't. Why? So she could have never said anything either,
Right.
but
Exactly.
she did.
Exactly.
It's like things assemble themselves. It's like I could have missed out twice and never would have known anything. But the
Exactly.
universe assembled it so that I didn't miss out, that I didn't, it's like,
Exactly.
it's just those moments where you go, wow, I just was, people call it right place, right time, but really it's energetic, as we know.
Energetic. You're in alignment.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're in alignment.
Yeah. It's lovely.
And that's what it does. And that's what unconditional love does. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that. And that's another thing with giving versus getting is um I don't know if a lot of the viewers really do display unconditional love to their SP. Because if you only love your SP when they're doing what you want them to do,
Yeah.
that's not unconditional love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's conditional love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's still coming from a place of trying to get. You can't
Yeah.
you can't only be happy and love your SP when they're talking to you or texting you on the
Yes.
frequency that you want to hear from them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You have to be able
Yes.
to love them and accept them when they're not texting you the way you want them to
Yeah.
text you, and when they're not seeing you the way you want to see them. You know what I'm saying? You just like I realized that I think that's another prevalent factor is if do people really understand what unconditional love means?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Giving
I
without
don't.
conditions.
Right. Exactly. It's that elementary. It's that simple.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But we like I just feel like we just overcomplicate stuff so much. You
Yeah,
know,
we
humans
do.
overcomplicate stuff, and it's like, listen, you know, if your partner didn't text you today, you know what's the problem? You
Yeah.
know what's really the problem? You know,
Yeah.
if they don't text you, you know, the next 2-3 days, what's the issue? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What are you trying to get from? Are
Yeah.
you trying to? Why are you so upset? Why are you so sad? Why are you so?
Yeah.
Where's this
Yeah.
attention? Or were you raised that way? You know what I mean? Were you raised with a lot of attention? Because
Yeah.
some people that can be the case for some people where you know
Yeah.
they're only child, they're used to all the attention,
Yeah.
they're used to all of this. But when you get put in situations that you're not used to, where you
Yeah.
don't get attention, how are you going to react? And this
Yeah.
comes back to training your mind to not worry about it, not being worried
Yeah.
about getting. How can I get?
Yeah. And no
And
one owes us anything.
nothing. I agree with that
Yeah. No one
100%.
owes us attention or appreciation or any of that stuff. You reassure your own self. You give yourself
Yes.
appreciation. Once you get good at that, you'll get it from the outside. But by then, you don't really need it. It's a bonus and you're happy, but you already feel it on the inside. So you're not like, feeling like you just won the lottery. You
Right.
just go, thank you, that's nice. But yeah, I appreciate myself. So it's a bonus. It's a
It
bonus.
is. You're absolutely right about that. It is a bonus because once you reach that level, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. I'm
Mm.
not saying I'm perfect, but me myself, I can definitely attest to that. And I've reached a level to where when these things happen, like you said, I'm just like, oh yeah, thank you. But
Yeah.
it's not like, you know, it's like you said, exactly how you said. I'm not over here, you know, worrying about it or doing whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like you. By the time it, like you said, when it comes to you, finally, you're in such a loving place, and you're in such a place where you realize, yo, I don't really need anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you get in that place to where, and people think that's weird when you say that. Like, yo, I realize I don't really need anything. But
Mm.
the fact that I realize I don't need anything, that brings me everything. Like
Yeah.
it's so weird that it works that way.
Yes. Yes.
But that's how it works, you know.
It's
Like the giving
yes.
versus getting. getting. Like, I realize I don't need anybody to give me anything. I already have it. And that's what brings it to you.
Yep.
It's so wild. And
it is so wild. And it's, you know, there's something that I've heard a lot lately about, I see it in emails, and I've seen it in the Manifestors United, the Facebook group that's attached to my channel.
Okay.
Where people say, I don't want to be friends with my SP. I want a relationship. So I've told them that I can't be friends with them. And I think, okay, well, so you're not going to start to create a good relationship, because being in a relationship with someone as a romantic relationship, you have to build trust and experiences of being friends,
right,
and giving them friendship,
right,
even if you want a relationship.
Right.
Like, I hear this a lot where people say, no, I've told them I can't be friends with them because I want more. It's like, well, that's coming from that getting place again. If you really want to be with your person, you have to learn to give them what they want.
Exactly.
So then it opens the doorway for possibility. And
exactly.
Yeah. So I'm seeing that a lot, that one lately. In the last 2 or 3 weeks, that's coming up again and again and again.
I agree. And it's like, here's the thing. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that just made me think about something that I had said to myself, because I talk to myself all the time out loud. You know what I mean? I know I'm not the only one in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the room with God knows who. You know what I'm saying? But I just talk out loud all the time. And so I was thinking to myself, I don't know if it was yesterday or today, what you just said was perfect with what I'm about to say. And that is, so all these people wanting to get SPs back, stop burning the bridge and expecting your SP to send you a yacht to save you. You know what I mean? Stop burning your bridge and then expecting your SP to send a yacht to come save your ass. You know what I mean? Because you're the one, like you just said, you're the one that said, oh, we can't be friends because I want more than a friendship. You just burned the bridge. Because you have no idea where that could have went if you had just stayed friends.
Yeah. And that's conditional.
Exactly. Which we said
conditional.
Earlier. Not unconditional. And so that's why we challenge people to really look in the mirror at themselves and say, yo, am I really a person of unconditional love, or am I a person of conditional love? Because your conditions will never be right 100% of the time. But you can still choose to love. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to get like biblical or whatever, but I mean, to me, the greatest love story ever is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to, you know, whether you believe it or not, the story in itself is enough to change someone's life, because it's changed hundreds of thousands, if not millions of lives. And it's like, yo, when you see somebody that never met any of us, but apparently died for human civilization, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? And when I see these people on TV where like somebody will get murdered, and then the guy that gets murdered gets hugged by one of the family members of the deceased person. It's like mind blowing. It's like, that's unconditional love. Like, for a man to go hug somebody that killed his son and say, I forgive you. Like that brings tears to people's eyes. Like, like judges were literally crying in the courtroom, and jurors, and they're literally crying because that love just moves the room. You know what I mean? It moves mountains.
It does.
When I see stuff like that, it's like, you got to really look in the mirror and ask yourself, you know, am I really showing my SP unconditional love? And the answer most times is no. You know what I'm saying? You're not showing your SP unconditional love.
And that's the lesson they're here to teach.
And that's exactly why they're here to teach it. And if you don't learn, guess what? You're going to go through it a bunch of more times, but the faces are going to change. That's the only difference.
And the suffering that you put on yourself is excruciating.
It's excruciating. And now you're becoming an external burden to them. And you don't want to be intentionally. That's not your point or your purpose, but you end up becoming an external burden to them because you don't know what they have going on in their life.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, even me, like, I haven't seen my SP since mid-September. You know, and she's only like an hour away. You know what I'm saying? And most people would be like, why? That's crazy. How come you haven't seen me in since September? And it's because number one, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Number two, whatever she's going through, she needs that space. You know what I mean? I'm not going to force her. She's extremely introverted now.
Yeah.
She needs that time to heal. I'm not going to be texting her, calling her, why aren't you seeing me? Why can't I come see you? Why? I mean, can we at least see each other once a week?
Yeah.
Can we at least see each other, once every 2 weeks? Like what? But that's, if most people in my situation, that's what they would be saying.
Yes.
They would be like, yo, I can't believe I haven't seen her in about 2 months almost. Why is that? She's only an hour away from me. I could see her every weekend if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But that's the exact reason why you're not going to be able to see your S person, your specific person. That's the exact reason you won't, because you're coming from a place of trying to get versus give. Now, in my example, I'm trying to give, my SP whatever space and time she needs.
Yep.
I'm still doing my own thing.
Yes.
I'm still single. I'm still having fun.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get from her.
Yeah.
Whatever she needs, whatever she's going through, I wish nothing but the best, and I radiate everything to her. You know what I'm saying? We still do talk.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm giving you this example to just tell the viewers, like, just because I haven't seen her since mid-September, that doesn't mean that, everything's falling off, or, this and that, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show the viewers, like, listen, don't panic.
Yes.
It's about you. It's about you controlling you. It's about you having unconditional love. It's about you giving versus getting.
Yeah. And the turtle wins the race.
Every time. Because the turtle does not move fast. When you move fast,
he's steady and he lays a good foundation.
Exactly. When you move fast, that's when you turn into the rabbit and you get crushed by cars.
Yeah.
And you turn into the squirrel, you get crushed by cars.
Yeah.
It's moving too fast. You know what I'm saying? I just think patience wins all the time, even when it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Patience, you cannot go wrong.
Yeah.
With patience. You can't.
Yeah. And that's whether you're trying to connect with an SP, whether you're saving money, whether you're creating a business, all of that slow, steady, just lovely. You get time you do a little bit, you step back and you reflect. You do a little bit, you step back, you reflect.
Exactly.
You make way less mistakes that you have to go back and clean up.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
And you really do learn from whatever it is you went to. And you start to learn about who to go to for advice.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, I realized a lot of people get they get mundane, carnal, like worldly advice. And I don't go to those people I don't go to people like that. You know what I mean? I go to people like you that have a brain, you know what I mean? Have 2 ears and listen.
Yeah.
And they know what they're talking about, give spiritual advice. I don't go to people that give worldly advice. I go to people that give spiritual advice. And it may be hard to find those people. I had a young lady reach out to me recently, and she was like, I want new friends. You know what I'm saying? Because her friends weren't the type of people that were, she wanted to be around. They don't know about this, law of attraction. They don't know about, how they could control, their reality and unconditional love and all that type of stuff. And, she just wants somebody, to converse with. You know what I mean? Like, or a group of people or whoever to converse with about these topics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing, because there's not a lot of people out there that are providing this information. And there's not a lot of people that they have in their lives personally that they know that they can go to and say,
yeah,
oh, I need a word. The only person they can probably go to is Agnes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people really do literally look to you, and people like you, which is very, very few, to say, yo, I need guidance. I can't go to my family members. I can't go to my friends.
Yeah.
They're just going to keep giving me the wrong advice.
Yeah.
And it's just a big whirlwind, perpetual whirlwind. So
it's so great that we can kind of flock together with people that are interested in the same subjects. I mean, can you imagine before the internet? How did anybody, it was so much harder. People went to chat groups, or they went to, different types of groups. But here you get this pinpointed flock of people that are learning and want to know exactly about the same thing as you. I think that is just amazing.
Absolutely. I agree.
I love this stuff. It's so good, isn't it?
Listen, it's always good to give great energy and to receive great energy, as what we're doing right now, instead of getting sucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting
Marvin, honey mustard nugget number 1. This is it.
Crispy, deep fried.
Deep fried.
Chicken tenders. No, nuggets. I'm sorry.
That makes me want some now.
Yeah, you're not. I'm probably gonna get that. Except I might get some vegan. I didn't know they had like because I've been trying to like eat vegan recently.
Yeah.
And I went to the supermarket. I want to say maybe a couple weeks ago, and I realized they actually do have like vegan chicken patties and like vegan chicken tenders.
I know.
And I had the chicken patties. It tastes just like a chicken patty. It's unbelievable. But it's vegetables.
It's vegetables.
Like, how do they do this? Like this is crazy.
Yeah, I went somewhere and they had like faux duck. It looked like sort of pulled apart roasted duck, but it was a vegan cafe, and I was like, "What? How's that gonna taste?" It was so good, it blew my socks off.
And it tasted just like duck, didn't it? Probably. It did. I don't know how they do it. And you have pho too. I love pho.
Pho.
Yeah, I love eating that.
As in Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it too.
There's a couple pho places around here where I live at, and their pho noodle soups are amazing.
Yep.
Pho is so good. It's so good, and it's good for you.
Yeah.
It warms the soul for
we'll
all you people.
We'll have to start a cooking show.
Yeah, right.
We love our food.
Exactly. Our food tastes the best because it has all unconditional love inside of it.
That's it.
With all real ingredients.
That's it. Marvin, thank you for coming today and talking, because this stuff, it's like we got to go to deeper levels, especially for those people that have been around for a while. And just because you sometimes think, okay, I think I've got this, but I'm still not seeing any results, or I'm still not feeling as good as I could. So you go through deeper levels of dealing with your getting, with your neediness, with your longing, with your control, with your not surrendering, not letting go, not allowing, all of that stuff, your lack of trust. And we're going to be talking about I think the second topic,
trust versus dissatisfaction.
Trust. Yeah, trust versus dissatisfaction. So for those of you interested in that subject, Marvin and I are going to go into another honey mustard nugget for part 2.
Yeah,
so Marvin, do you want to say bye to everybody?
Everybody, thank you for your time again. It's always a pleasure. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love that I'm receiving and giving. I'm having a great time, and Agnes will leave you my contact information, my Instagram, my email for any questions.
Yep, we'll put all that down in the description below, and anything Marvin and I talked about and referred to, I'll put a link down below.
Absolutely.
See everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Marvin, hang on, and we'll say bye in private. Bye, everyone.
Sounds good.